Hello and welcome. This video is an introduction to the Weldon V-MUX electrical system. The definition of multiplexing is to send multiple signals over a single communication line. For example, telephone, internet, and cable TV signals can all be sent over a single cable system. V-MUX stands for vehicle multiplexing. V-MUX uses a shielded, two-wire, communication cable. The signals are differential mode, monitoring the difference in voltage between the two wires. The cable is twisted pair, which helps eliminate noise from outside sources. The network uses RS-485 serial protocol, meaning that messages are sent one bit at a time. Each complete message contains several bits of information. There is a checksum value at the end of each message, which looks at the sum of all bits. The node will recognize if the checksum is incorrect, and immediately rebroadcast the message. Other nodes will ignore any messages with an incorrect checksum value. V-MUX is a complete electrical system, made up of a combination of hardware and software. It is widely used on ambulances, fire trucks, military vehicles, buses, RVs, and occasionally on boats. The V-MUX system was first developed in 1998 and has a proven track record of reliability. The V-MUX system is easy to customize and labor savings can be realized during installation, because there are fewer wires, splices, and connections. The I/O nodes are sealed, but Weldon recommends mounting nodes with connectors facing downward when possible. This way, any water that gets in the connectors can drain back out. Unused connector pins should be plugged to help keep them waterproof. The system has built-in diagnostic features, and further troubleshooting can be accomplished using the V-MUX diagnostic software. A conventional, relay-based electrical system has a lot of point-to-point wiring. There are many connections between switches and the relay box, with more wires from the relay box to all of the devices. V-MUX allows the use of electrical zones. Nodes can be placed throughout the vehicle, resulting in shorter wire runs to devices. Only the communication cable is needed to connect the nodes together. Fewer connections results in higher reliability. The V-MUX system is a peer-to-peer network, as opposed to master-slave. In a peer-to-peer network, each node has its own configuration and control. Each node communicates with all of the other nodes. If one node were to stop working, the remaining nodes will continue to operate. V-MUX nodes feature solid-state outputs, which have no moving parts. The outputs can be set to flash, and the standard flash patterns are 80 or 160 flashes per minute. Flash patterns can be synchronized throughout the network, and there is an AB pattern for wigwag flashing. Custom flash patterns can also be created by the builder. Some outputs can provide a variable output level using pulse width modulation, or PWM. This is used for features like light dimming and fan speed control. Onboard diagnostics allow reporting of shorts and opens on outputs. Outputs can be set to sequence, delaying on and off functions from 1 to 8 seconds. Sequencing is used to reduce the heavy load on the battery system, when warning lights are enabled. Custom on and off delays are also possible. Load management means outputs can be shed at 8 different levels when node voltage gets low. Each I/O node reports its own voltage and levels from 0 to 8. Level 0 means the node is above 12.5 volts, and no shedding occurs. Refer to the chart for the level 1 through 8 threshold values. Level 8 is at 9.7 volts. At this level, nodes will start shutting off due to low voltage. V-MUX will work on either 12 or 24 volt vehicles. See the second chart for 24 volt load shed levels. Auto throttle can be used to increase engine RPM when voltage gets low. It is very important to include interlocks, such as park brake and neutral, to prevent a runaway situation when auto throttle becomes active. Inputs are programmable, meaning they can be configured to activate with battery plus or ground. The green status light has a steady heartbeat flash when programmed, and a fast flash pattern if invalidated or blank. The red transmit light is on when a message is sent, and the receive light is on when a message is received. The VDR and high content nodes have yellow indicators to show CAN port activity. Use clean power and ground connections to the nodes. All nodes need to power up at the same time. Nodes that power up later than others will miss startup messages, causing potential problems. Do not share the node ground wire. The node should have its own ground wire, with a separate ground wire connected to all the other devices. Do not over-tighten the power and ground studs. They are molded plastic studs, which can break with too much pressure. You can add a second nut and tighten the nuts against each other to make tighter connections if needed. This concludes this video lesson. To learn more about the Weldon V-MUX system, please proceed to the next lesson. You can contact Weldon at 800-989-2718 if there are any questions.